Hi gamers, how are we doing today? Hello, hello, hello everyone, welcome on in. I'd like to extend a big congratulations to Corvigate for getting the first Channel Points Award. Very cool, very nice. Good morning Gamer Nation, good morning Gamer Nation. And hi Mr. Mook, Gamer Morning Good Nation, indeed also as well. You may notice when I'm quiet for a minute. Actually, I don't know if you can hear it super well. There's like some sort of machinery happening outside of my house. I have no idea what machinery that is or what it's doing, but it's making sort of a loud, consistent noise. I'm hoping that's not going to be too obvious today, but yeah, if you hear like a weird background like humming sound, that is the machinery. It's doing the machinery things. So welcome back to Slay the Princess. Today we are going for our second bad ending. Last time we finished up the worst ending that we ever need to do, and now we never have to do that ever again. Today aka we killed the princess. We slayed her. We said sorry ma'am, and then she got slayed, which was really sad, and it made me personally really sad. We are going to be trying to slay her again today, but we don't have to be mean to the voices this time. This time the voices are safe from being mean to. So that's neat. That's nice. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to not have to do that again. Oh, and Lord, hello, hi. Welcome in. Thank you for the absolutely nothing. Why did we slay the princess? Because I need to get all the achievements. I need to complete the achievements, unfortunately. Oh, and Lord, thank you for the second absolutely nothing. Welcome on in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. So I'm also at this moment realizing that I haven't gone through my reward queue for ages. So I'm marking a bunch of things as complete, because I have completed a lot of them. Yep, there we go. Alright. Alright, I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty alright today. Had a pretty decent weekend. Okay. Oh, I do need to mention before we end things out here, thank you for the Rickroll Lord. Oh gosh, the sounds are crazy right now. I am going to be gone several days this week. Here, alright, that's the end of our intro section. Here, shh. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the sound of, sorry, I'm turning on game music so that it's not just silence while we talk. Yeah, I'm going to be gone several days this week, and Lord, thank you for the second Rickroll. Much appreciated. Have you seen White Pine? I have not seen White Pine. I saw you guys talking about it on Discord though. I'll get those marked in me. So Joper Lord, we've got 2 coming our way. Here, I'll turn up music a little bit more. Yeah, that seems to be fine. Anyway, I'm going to be gone probably Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. I've got a lot happening this week IRL, so I will be streaming tomorrow because we're back for Tuesdays. But then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm busy, unfortunately. But I will be back Saturday, so it's not gonna be a ton of streaming this week, unfortunately. I really tried very hard to not have that happen, but unfortunately it's one of those weeks where stuff is just going on. Anyways, that's enough about my life. I'll remind you guys again at the end of the stream, but hold on, okay. I'm gonna change the scene. 3, 2, 1, and pop. Hope everything's kosher. Everything's pretty fine, mostly. Sorry, I know that text is really complicated. I just need to get the Rickrolls marked. Beep. Yeah, no, everything's mostly fine. It's just life stuff, you know? It's just life things. Anyway, we have some gaming to do. I'm trying to decide if I want the music even higher. It might just be that the menu's quiet. Life do be busy. Life do be kind of busy, though. I believe we are going to start out, unless I've saved back here, which no, I don't think I did. We brought the Burn to Grey to the Long Quiet last time, so now we've got some things to do. Anyway, let's let the narrator do his line.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh goodness, I get chills every time. Okay, so let's mention right now the other princesses that I'm planning to bring to the Long Quiet today. I want to bring the Thorn in with one of her bad endings. I want to bring the Den with an ending where I just get eaten probably. And then I also want to bring the Adversary, or I guess the Fury technically. I want to try to pacify the Adversary and bring the Fury with that. So probably we are going to be starting with the Thorn. And then I guess probably just moving that order because I want to bring the Den in a way where I'll be able to talk to the Shifting Mound about her. So yeah, let's get on to that point. Continuing to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
To get to the Thorn, we're going to need to get to the Witch, which means
A warning before you go any further.
Which means not taking the knife and then betraying her when the narrator controls my body.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
It's such an iconic opening.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Hey there, hero. How you doing?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, alright. Proceed into the cabin. The music is so pretty.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
You got chips? Nice. I do think music's a little quiet, so I'm going to, just really quick, kick it up a couple more notches. Also, sorry for the machinery outside.
The blade
I don't know what
is
that's
your
about.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh yeah, chisps. We do love chisps. Congrats, Laura, on getting chisps. We are going to enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Me want a hint of
If the
rot
princess
filtering from
really
ancient
lives
wood.
here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Every single time.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hey,
It's
hi.
hypnotizing.
Hey, hi.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I don't know. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
By the way, Quimby, I got some bad news. Oh man, that's unfortunate. Is it mentioned on stream bad news, or is it mentioned elsewhere bad news? How do we not know that the narrator isn't a bad guy? Oh, I do. I kind of firmly believe that the narrator is a bad guy. I think your first couple times you're supposed to weigh whether you believe that, you know, the narrator, the person telling you what to do, is by the nature of fairy tales inherently good, or bad or not. But yeah, I don't know. I think the narrator's a bad guy. Knowing more about his character and his motivations, I do think the narrator's a bad guy. It relates to Firefox. Okay, all right. They may have just lost 85% of their revenue. That is unfortunate for them. Yikes. Goodness.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do. where's my development gonna come from? I think that is tough for them, and I hope that they get that worked out, because I personally have really enjoyed Firefox as a browser, and I believe a lot in their mission statement. So hope that they can manage to work that out.
You're only making this more difficult.
Hi, Princess.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Maybe. We'll see.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Unfortunately, I do not.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I mean, you never know. Gonna check upstairs, maybe the key's still lying around somewhere. If not, maybe we can at least find something to break you free. Are there any good endings? There are good endings, yeah. There's some really good endings along the way. And I guess it depends on if you're talking at the end of the game or if you're talking end of the route. Because there are some good route endings, and there's also some good game endings. There's a wide variety of many different sorts of endings.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
But yeah, there's some good ones. There's ones where you help her escape. There's ones where you fall deeper into like a cycle of just fighting each other over and over again until you're both satisfied with the cycle. There's an ending where you both become gods. There's an ending where you both become mortals. It's there's many options.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
No one else is here. We're gonna return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
I don't know, man.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I don't know, man.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
I bet you win some, you lose some, you know?
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
There she
hesitates
goes.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Yep,
As she
that's
rips
my
her
girl.
flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
We could absolutely use it to free her.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
You're going to save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Me, princess.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
It is a
Her
pristine
limb
blade.
falls to the ground,
And
and the heavy chains follow suit.
Candybot wants me to drink some water.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
She did not.
She smiles
Aw,
softly
hi.
as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after
Hi.
everything?
Hi, ma'am.
It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Hi there.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Fortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be. Okay, we're gonna approach the locked door, but you'll see. You'll see.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Oh boy.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh boy.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh boy, howdy.
What are you doing?
See, normally, oh, I do have an option to warn her. Interesting. I think if I warn her, I won't have an option next time. You know what? Yeah, let's see how this goes if we warn her and then slay her the second time.
Stop that.
Because we've already done a damsel route, so it won't let me continue past that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
See, this time I don't have an option to resist. We are going to slay the princess.
Thank you.
There's no getting through to you right now, is there?
Aww, get ready for red text.
A betrayal of will is still a betrayal. You'll regret thinking of me as a helpless damsel.
Yeah.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm.
Look at them big ol' eyes.
But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart.
Oh, she angry? Yeah, she angry. I mean, rightfully so, I would say.
It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor,
Her
your
glowing
body
eyes are so
unresponsive as your
fun.
blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric.
Oh boy. So I tried to kill you, babe. Mm-hmm.
If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
Yeah,
Everything
unfortunate.
goes dark, and you die.
And we die! Chapter 2, The Witch.
You're on a path
All right.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Thank you for the Rickroll, Lord. Much appreciated. Very cool, very cool.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Me when I'm here to slay her, and if I don't, it will be the end of the world. Proceed to the cabin. So there's no problem. Mm-hmm.
A warning before you go any further.
Yes. Yep, we're gonna go talk to the witch.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry.
We're gonna give her a knife this
You can
time.
trust us to get the job done.
This is so me when I need to slay her. It's the end of the world. Oh my gosh, so relatable. Proceed into the cabin. This is so relatable.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh boy.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You're going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
Beep, beep, beep.
That's
Me when I
not
stab. Me when I
actually a
stab.
bad idea.
We'll not be stabbing today, though. We're going to enter the basement. Well, maybe we'll stab later. I don't know.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair.
Descriptions pop off.
The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Felt cute, might stab later, IDK. Oh, I guess now that you mention it, we might stab the thorn.
Her voice skitters up from below.
I'm not decided if we're going to stab her or leave her alone yet.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path.
She's
I
got
know
such
who
good
you
hearing.
are, and I remember what you've done.
Oh,
She
boy.
must have you confused with someone else.
No.
She seems friendly enough.
No.
Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
No. I think you might probably need to go in the crawl space between the balcony and the ground. Not fun. Oof. Me when I go in crawl spaces, I will say I am kind of a sucker for a good, like, you know, little hidden spot. But I'd never want to go like in a cave or something where I would need to, you know, go through tight areas. I feel like I've got my limits on that.
You
Is closer to no?
can't.
That's good.
Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
Some places wasn't even tall enough to commando crawl. Oof, goodness. The opportunist hasn't felt like they've done anything wrong in their life. Maybe we can talk this out. She remembers how good. She remembers how good I am. Very, very much opportunist behavior.
Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Not particularly
Do
opportunist.
you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Oh, got
You
him.
need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Can you imagine if that was our task?
Fine. You're the boss.
Here's 1000% done. Yeah, I mean, I would too, honestly.
Thank you.
Oh, there she is.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make
Hi.
out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
Hi, ma'am.
And there you are. One hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
She's just good at this. I don't know.
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other.
Yeah, keep up, narrator.
Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yeah, keep up.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time?
No, he's not
No,
gonna
I
remember.
don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true.
Good.
I'm
Keep
just
it that
glad
way.
we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us?
I don't think it's all behind
Just
us.
focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's
Negative
chat
Nelly
her up
over
a bit
here.
first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
I definitely say it was really hot when the two of us were fighting, and it was just really like a dirty, nasty fight, like biting and scratching and clawing. It was pretty neat.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Let's see. Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
Yeah, that's what I
The
thought.
princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
She's just beep. No more chains.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
If you could have gotten out this whole time, what do you even need me for? The cabin isn't locked.
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please. but it insists I stay where I am. That binding I shed is just a symbol of the crueler magic at work in this place. If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you. And you alone.
Oh, she's so done. Princess Arin. Yeah, no, she's literally miserable. I had to hide my phone, but yeah, it's her. I'm so sorry you had to hide your phone when it's when it's her. That's so sad. But no, she's literally the little smiley 3 face. Let's see. There's lots of things happening. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
I think she's asking you out. She's asking me out of the cabin? Oh my gosh.
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, I can't wait to do a run where I can actually try and get her out of here.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do.
Keep it up, champ. 07, I'm
You
keeping
won't
it
be
up.
fine, because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember?
Shut up, narrator.
Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
You and I symbolically stab you in the back.
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Let's see. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Take this as a gesture of my goodwill. Give her the blade. Oh, hi. So why are we slaying the princess again? Well, the narrator wants us to slay the princess because supposedly, you know, she's gonna end the world if she stays alive. I'm slaying the princess this time around because I want to get all the endings and achievements and stuff. So I don't like slaying the princess, but I gotta if I want to complete the game. Oh, and friend, thank you for the knot first. Welcome on in. I'm gonna give her the blade.
You can't be serious.
Well, spoiler version, because she'll end the world. Yeah, pretty much.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no. As
Sorry,
do
King,
I.
this is not a democracy.
I, abstain? You abstain? She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
If you know, you know. Yeah, there's a lot lore-wise going on here. I guess just a quick little explanation of what I'm doing is I'm trying to explore like all of the different routes and all the different paths, and yeah, and unfortunately there's 2 paths where you do end up having to slay her in the end, which we'll get to. This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade. Giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
Because
She
I'm
creeps
silly
forward,
goofy.
taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Hi, ma'am. Oh,
What
hi.
do you think happens now?
Oh, hi. Oh, I love her. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Oh my gosh. Whoa, okay. Okay. Goodness, sorry. She's so cool. She's so pretty. Hi, witch. Hi there. Look at her little smile. She's got the angry smiley 3 face. And her little tail and her little stick crown. Sorry, which is so darling. Okay, oh. Okay, if you'd like, okay. Tail and dagger. Can she really have it all? Oh my gosh, I just smacked my mic. Sorry, got really emotional about can she have it all? Apparently so. Who knew? Whoever could have known that anyone in the world could have ever had it this much, but she's got it all. Enthusiastic mic smack. The mic was in the way of my emotional gestures about just how perfect she is. Anyway, if you're like someone I know, you're probably going to kill me.
Oh, hey, that someone is me. And yes, you're right. That is exactly what I would do. Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
Her little glance away. Hi, ma'am.
You know me too well.
Yeah, I do. I know so many versions of you so well.
The princess grits her teeth, and her cunning gaze once again meets yours.
Yeah, go ahead, ma'am. Do it. Arms wide open.
And then she buries the blade in your heart.
Look at her little grin. Look at her little grin. Oh my gosh, I love her. Hi, ma'am.
What? No, come on, that's not right.
Aw, witch, I love you so much. Okay.
I told you this is what she was going to do.
We're gonna go talk to the thorn, though. Teeth? Yeah, her teeth. Her little sharp teeth.
Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
Oh, hi, ma'am. No, absolutely well deserved. 100%. I wish this frame would. I always want to stay on this frame a little bit and see if it'll clear up so that we can see her. So we can see her grin better. But little lion princess, yeah. Oh, there we go.
I did it. I got you. You.
Oh, honey.
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Oh, honey.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time.
I'm dying.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
And you die. Yep, that's me. Chapter 3, The Thorn. Oh, this is where it's
You're
gonna
on
get
a
sad.
path in the woods. She stabbed us. She actually stabbed us.
She fell first the second time she felled us. Yeah. Oh, this is where it gets sad, though, because we have to do a sad ending for the thorn.
Of course she stabbed us. We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against. But the whole point was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she just killed us anyway.
She did indeed do that.
I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us, though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent.
Not quite, but...
Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things.
But this time we're going to be the... Oh...
You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
This might destroy me a little bit inside.
What another try, exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other. Great. So you've obviously been here before.
Yeah,
since you
keep
apparently
up.
Died at least once.
Keep
Twice,
up, narrator.
actually. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
Narrator's a bit fast this time. It's always really fun to me to see just how quickly the narrator catches on with different iterations and then what his reaction is when he does. Gosh. I hope you don't think I'm planning on freeing her after she stabbed me in the heart.
That's the spirit. Don't forget what she's done to you. She's practically asking for you to slay her. You're damn right. You need two to break a cycle of violence, and if she's not playing the same game as us, we've got to go back to treating her like an enemy.
No, but you don't understand, this is the cycle.
Let's just see how the wind blows. I'm not opposed to violence here, but let's not rule anything out just yet. Maybe we won her over last time, who knows?
It's really grim when I'm listening to the opportunist.
Stop sitting on the fence and pick a side already. We don't need you waffling when things get hairy. I've already picked a side. Our side. I'm here to make sure that whatever happens, we wind up on top. Because that's worked out great so far. Well, we're not out of the game yet, are we?
Oh boy.
And again, I'll have you know, I wouldn't have gotten us killed last time. I wanted to stab her in the back, not hand over our precious backstabbing implement.
Shut up, opportunist. Okay, let's silently proceed to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say
I'm gonna drink some water.
everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
I don't want to, though. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right? This is supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
I wonder where the pristine blade could be.
We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it, can she? Well, it's not here. And if she has it...
There's no mirror, there's no cabin, there's no blade?
Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work.
Things aren't exactly working how they're supposed to anyway, narrator.
Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different.
Indeed. Let's approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent.
It's so pretty here.
Might as well take a look while we can. There's nothing else to do here now that the knife has been taken from us.
Wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing? Figures. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us.
Enter the basement. Oh, chat, this is... Oh, no.
You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below.
Poor narrator. He's really trying his hardest, but also he's kind of a jerk, so...
The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved.
I finally agrees with them. Player starts moving hand to the narrator. Yeah, narrator's kind of going through it.
I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going. They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage.
It's an interesting perspective you've got there, narrator.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
I can't get away from you, can I?
Hi.
You betray me, I kill you, and you come back. You let me kill you, and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
Let's just proceed down the stairs.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, Encased in a tight weave of vines is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Hi, princess.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so chat, here's where we have to make a decision. I need to decide if I want to leave her or if I want to try to slay her. I don't know which one is more cruel right now, and I want to do the crueler option now so that I never have to do it again. I can't. I don't know. I don't know. Because on one hand, killing her would be real sad, but just leaving her here? Just leaving her here to this? But then also, if I to try to slay her, do I need to try to convince her that I'm going to let her go first? You know? It's more cool to just leave her, but then the cycle is broken and she can have hope. But I don't know. I genuinely don't know what the worst option is here, to just be left alone forever or to be slain at this point. First instinct is that it's more cruel to leave her. Yeah, but I gotta slay her when I come back. You know? It's the, oh gosh, the endings where I slay her are always really, yeah, I don't know. The second one says that the endless cycle is so psychically defeating. Yeah. There's one good option here, and it's to cut her free. But I've already done that. And we can do it again sometime. Absolutely, we can do it again sometime. But for now, I need to explore everything, I need to take different paths. I think maybe... Oh gosh. The worst would be to tell her you'll help get the blade, then kill her. That probably is the worst. I don't know if I can be that cruel, though. I don't know if I can be that cruel. I think it's either I reach for the blade and just try and kill her straight, or I leave. I think as much as I'm trying to go for like the cruel ending here, I think I only need to kill her once, and I don't want to try and gain her trust before killing her. I don't think I can make myself do that. Silently take the blade, don't answer her questions. I don't know if it'll let me do that though. I don't know if it'll let me. Maybe we slay her now, and then we come back and leave her, because I feel like the shifting mound would have things to say about leaving her, you know? I think let's reach for the blade.
You reach into the thorns, towards her bloodied hands, and the blade clutched tight in her grasp. But she snatches it away, ignoring the thorns that carve fresh wounds as she moves within her prison of vines.
I knew this was the only reason you'd come back down here. I'm not falling for it. It's mine now, and I'll let these thorns tear me to shreds before I hand it over.
Ooh, we've got witch voice back. Oh wait, okay, this is, we're kind of in an interesting spot now. I'm going to drink some water. Oh, okay. I'm going to reach for the blade again.
You reach into the nest of thorns once again, and again she yanks the blade away, despite the obvious pain it causes.
Play your games all you want, but I've decided how I feel. I can do this forever if that's what it takes to keep it out of your hands.
Oh, interesting. No, I would have to convince her. No, I would have to convince her that I'm here to help, to slay her. Oh gosh. Okay, no, I think we're gonna have to do that then. I think oh no. Oh no, here we go. Okay. I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade.
I'm not falling for it.
Is there nothing I can say to change your mind?
No, we're past that. You and I both know words are hollow.
Figures. I wouldn't trust her, so why would she trust us?
Oh no.
You're the one who got us here. If you weren't doing so much scheming, maybe we could have formed a genuine connection. Maybe we could have fixed things. I think there are a lot of other people worth pointing fingers at before you go blaming me. I'm just looking out for our best interests. Did you forget she stabbed us last time?
Oh boy, this is
The
tricky
game's
now.
over. We shouldn't have pushed her so hard. Give it up and leave her here. It's not like she can go anywhere on her own.
I guess that's the only option I have now. So we are going to have to come... Oh, we're going to have to come back later and convince her we're here to help her and then slay her, which is going to be devastating, but such is the nature of the game, I guess. Guess we gotta leave. You're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest.
Do you really think you can just wash your hands of all of this? Do you really think you can just leave me here?
Cosmic cruelty? Yeah.
This is even better than stabbing her. The same reward without any of that nasty effort. It's not even better. Putting off a choice is always worse than making a committed decision, especially when you already know the right answer. Almost feels like we're as bad as the powers that be. Is that all it really took to twist us into yet another tyrant? A single ounce of control?
Surprisingly... Oh wait, no, that's cheated. Of course cheated would have a good insight. I thought it was opportunist for a second.
It sure feels like it. She looks so sad, bleeding and alone. And we're just turning our back on her. Oh, stop trying to bring morality into this. There are winners in life and there are losers, and what matters is that right now, we've decided to be a winner. But as you approach the basement stairs, you make a grim realization.
Oh boy.
The thorns won't let you leave. We don't have any way to cut through them. Okay, new plan. We re-befriend the princess, get the blade, and all of us leave here together as friends.
You can't leave without me, can you? Isn't that funny?
Oh,
Isn't that
this is
so
kinda
funny?
interesting.
This is perfect, actually. Just you and me rotting down here forever, together.
Oh wait, okay, this is kind of interesting.
You know, just to make sure things are a little more permanent, I think I'm going to take this particular needle out of the picture.
Oh, this is kind of really interesting, actually.
Wouldn't.
Oh, she would.
It's only fair. We were going to leave her with no way out. Please return in the kindness. Thorns slice into the princess's hands, lacerating what little skin remains as she raises the blade to her mouth. Take it. Take it now, before she swallows it out of spite.
Oh boy, rush for the blade.
You rush towards the princess, arms outstretched and grasping for the blade. But as you tear through her thistled prison, the thorny vines dig deep into your arms, seemingly growing thicker and sturdier the closer you get to your goal.
Hi, ma'am.
It feels like it should be within reach, yet you cannot reach it quickly enough.
Girl, there's a hole above you. Throw it. That would be when we do. But what if she missed and it fell down to a spot where she couldn't reach it, but we could?
It's no use. Even if we grab it, we won't be able to pull it back out of there. It's better than letting her eat it and losing it forever. You just manage to reach her hand, grasping it firmly in yours before the thorns finally trap you in place. Blood trickles down your arm, mingling with hers. The two of you lock eyes.
Oh boy.
We're stuck like this, aren't we? I knew this was always going to be how it ended.
Oh boy. Oh man. Oh man. Oh boy, howdy, oh man. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Guys, that was kind of hot. Ma'am, I know, right? Oh, the machinery seems to have quieted. Who knows if it will stay that way for long, though.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before and you always get scared. Ma'am? Oh my gosh, yeah, that was kind of hot.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It's kind of hot. I don't know what to tell you.
It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. So, this is all going to work out? Finally! We're going places.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Sawing a blade, internalizing an implement or violence for the sole purpose of preventing another person from having it, hurting yourself so they never can. Like, wow, okay, kinda hot. Kinda hot. And the symbolism, the philosophy, ugh, I love this game. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Hi, ma'am.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
I'm still planning to kill you once we're done with this.
If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
Oh, ma'am. Oh, ma'am. Okay, how can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
I think I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. We're gonna go for the den this time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So to get to the den, we are going to once again leave the knife, but this time we are going to go back for it. And then she's gonna turn into a beastie.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, let's continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this,
Gorgeous.
right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Let me know, I'm a huge fan of this track. This one is just called The Princess, and it is gorgeous.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. Here we go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I do want to check really quick which route I'm taking. Okay, I see it. Alright,
The blade is your
pristine
implement.
blade. Oh boy.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We are going to enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's
Hi.
hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Gosh, the machinery is back. I thought it was done. Machinery.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Continue down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
You walk down the
Hi.
stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused.
Look at those
There's
big
a lot
eyes.
riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Base Princess always got them big ol' eyes. Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Retrieve the blade.
Thank you.
I know we
You
didn't
turn
talk
back
at all,
to the
but
stairs, intent on
Gotta
retrieving the
zoom.
blade in the cabin.
So, what? You're going to try and kill me? You'll regret this. I promise you. But go
Hi.
ahead. Run along and get whatever you're planning to get.
hi.
But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Hi.
Slip these chains? She can't, right?
Oh, she certainly
She
can.
needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but hurry.
Oh boy.
You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Oh boy, oh boy.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
It is pretty large, yeah. Hello.
Why don't you come closer? I
Hi.
have something to show you.
Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Close the door behind you.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Or I don't know, maybe I'll get locked down here too, you never know. Oh, wait.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long time. I'm very good at waiting.
You do your best to patiently wait her out. But eventually, exhaustion starts to set in. Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here.
Let's venture into the shadows.
You step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain
boy.
of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor.
Oh boy.
Her ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade.
Oh boy.
It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back.
King.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
I most certainly did not have the upper hand.
Everything
Shut up.
goes dark, and you die.
And we die! It's beast time! Beast! Yay, 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 the beast!
You're on a path in the woods,
Yeah,
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
It is iconic.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Admittedly, very iconic.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah?
She will lie, she
Sure.
will cheat,
Sure.
and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Yeah, alright,
Don't
okay.
believe a word she says.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure,
Does
whatever.
a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its
Hunted.
freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
I'm a big hunted enjoyer.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell.
Hi, hunted.
That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously.
Maybe.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We're going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I will say, I do think this cabin, of the second chapter cabins, looks the most like the normal one. We are going to enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase.
Oh,
It's still
boy.
sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
Hi.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager.
She's a beastie.
You carefully make your way down the stairs.
There
The
she
last
is.
step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view.
She's
She
literally
could
right
be
there.
anywhere.
She's literally right there.
You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her.
Okay, so we want to dodge for the first, 2 times and then try and attack her.
Remember, she's just a princess. She's
She's
certainly
king.
not just a princess.
She's certainly not just a princess.
You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does.
Mm-hmm.
Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the
Hi.
bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much
Hi.
more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up
Oh
your
my
spine
goodness,
and pulls
hi.
you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Move.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you
Hi,
land,
ma'am.
you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant,
Look at
she's pounced
her.
on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
Gosh, she's
Before you
pretty.
can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
Oh boy.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find
she
her,
is.
and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs.
So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
I was sent here to kill you. I was sent to kill you because you're a threat to the world. I'm starting to believe that's true.
Oh, for the love of... You've given up the game. Great. All that will do is hasten her victory.
So many useless thoughts run through your head.
Okay.
Thinking, thinking, thinking. You'll never hurt me if you keep thinking.
Oh boy. You're deflecting.
And you bear your weakness to the world.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else.
We're on the back foot.
The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive.
It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Wait for her to strike and hit her back.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive.
If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk.
At some point, I do want to try playing dead there. I do think that that sounds like an interesting choice.
As the princess lunges
I don't
from the
think it'll
shadows
work.
once more, you tighten your grip on the blade and
It's
lash
interesting.
out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you.
Ouchie.
You're sent sprawling and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness.
Hi.
Look at that. We wounded her.
And she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
Teeth. She has her little teeths.
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery. You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you
sound.
in a flurry of claws and blood,
It's a-
your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught.
When I think of a beast sound, that is a sound that I would think of.
By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own
Look at her.
intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor.
Oh, hello.
The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was.
Ouchie.
Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Okay, I mean, yes, ma'am. I
We're not
guess.
Dead, we're... But
We're
you
dead.
don't have time to protest her premature observation
We're
of your
dead.
death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Yay! We'll certainly do our best. Well, actually, I don't think we'll do our best to do better next time. I think we are just gonna we're gonna heck and die next time. I think that's just the den. I think we'll have the stubborn with us this
You're
time.
on a path in the
Yeah, we are. And
Yeah,
this
we
time
are.
we're not gonna run
Yeah,
until
we
we
are.
die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger?
When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing worse than a bully that thinks they own you.
Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
Well, about that.
Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
And how do you intend to do that?
We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows.
Well, no complaints here. Now hold on. We're not just gonna let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we?
I
He's
think we
not
might.
important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Stubborn, definitely some kind of way. Let's proceed to the cabin. Sure. Alright.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do.
So, we need a plan. We've already been over the plan.
We did not.
I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan.
Honestly, kind of same.
It's a better plan than you had last time.
I
Sure,
don't like
whatever.
this, but I'll try to keep us breathing.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all.
I wonder what happens if I don't try to take the blade.
The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings.
I think that the stepper might make me
The
take
blade
it.
is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
But let's try,
Take
you
it.
know?
We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one.
Is no one going to mention the mirror?
No.
What are you talking about? There is no
What
mirror.
mirror?
It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement.
What?
He isn't tricking us.
The mirror,
Can you feel the
what?
wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us.
If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it.
Let's
I
approach
don't
the
know what
mirror.
you're planning, but you're making my job a hell of a lot harder right now.
Well, I'm kind of planning on getting eaten.
The steel claw makes us sloppy, too confident. We'll be faster without it.
Interesting.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair.
Huh.
You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique.
That mirror isn't
I
part of
smash
this
it.
place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves.
Smash it.
You bring your fist crashing down into the open hole leading to the basement, throwing yourself off balance and tumbling headlong into the pitch black. If there were
boy.
once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing
Oh,
left
boy.
to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mould and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs, no entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
We should talk.
Princess leaves your remark unanswered. See? She knows. We have to be like her. Focused, present, patient.
I'm gonna
We're
be such a
past
silly
the point
guy.
of words anyway. This is a conversation that can only be had with hard steel and sharp teeth.
I'm just gonna be such a silly guy.
You put the voices to the back of your mind and proceed down the stairs. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
Okay, Candybot wants me to drink some water, which I will do. Thank you, Candybot.
Doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is. It would be better with a blade, but we'll make do.
Staying quiet, are we?
She doesn't respond. I assume that means her answer is yes.
Okay. Let's step in the shadows and try and lure her out.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement.
And what? You're gonna turn around the second she runs for us? You'll get us killed, you pathetic fool.
There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape.
Stop it! Fight her!
Oh,
The conflict in your heart, though usually of little
Oh.
consequence, slows you
Oh.
down just enough. You don't make it into the tunnel before you feel her hot breath at your back,
Gosh darn it,
rushing up your
stubborn.
spine and closing in on your neck as her teeth press into your skin and...
gosh darn it, stubborn.
Death. Again.
Gosh darn it, stubborn. But death doesn't come. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Flushing her, and she got us. She absolutely got us. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
That's right, voices. It'll be okay. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Hi! You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the
goodness.
endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Oh, hi. Whoever canines fit so perfect right between my shoulders, but whoa! It gets dragged off stage by a cane. Oh boy, who said that? Whoa, goodness. Kinda wild. Oh, but look at her. And the hand holding her tail up. Oh my gosh, hi ma'am. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is consumed by instinct. A predator pushing those around her to adapt. She will make for a bold heart. She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself. But she is only a voice.
Oh.
Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. That's kind of, dare I say that's kind of hot. Oh my gosh, wow. And look at her. I've always wanted to see the den more clearly. Look at her, she's got like a lion face, and then I think that she's got a set of arm limbs here, wings, and then another set of arms, and then I think she's got a third set of legs. Oh, I mean, if she wants. Who am I to deny a beautiful woman anything? You know? Who am I to tell a lovely lady that she can't have what she wants, right? I just think, call me crazy, I just kind of think. That's it, you know? Oh, what you gonna do about it? Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something.
She's holding her hand.
But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
She's holding her hand. Okay, I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. Alright, the hero and the princess. The wings keep the dress silhouette. Oh my gosh.
You're on a
the
path
design is
in the
so
woods.
good.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright, this time we're gonna try and go for the adversary.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
You win the hero.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, we are going to take the lead. Oh look, we can no longer just enter the basement. We've taken all of the routes that way.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
Oh boy.
This is an oppressive place.
Oh boy.
The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
My beautiful girlfriend, the princess when you take the knife.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Hi.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Let's continue down the
Good.
stairs.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the
Hi,
princess.
ma'am.
There's a
Hi.
heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Oh, hero.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do
Oh, hero.
after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I believe tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step
Oh, boy.
forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason.
Yeah, you
right?
are.
And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Chained up for being too cool and amazing and pretty, I think.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
Doubt,
There we go.
unfortunately, clouds
I'm
your
gonna drink some
thoughts
water.
as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver
Ouchie.
a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Ouch.
It feels like you've been hit with
Oh,
a
look at
sledgehammer.
her.
You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Oh, hi.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade
Oh,
slashes
man.
through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
She's strong.
We can still turn this around.
finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Ouch.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Me and the two of us fall to the floor, dying.
Was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Could be. I don't know.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yay! Yippee! The adversary! Love the adversary. Can't wait to introduce you guys to the Eye of the Needle.
You're
Next
on a
run.
path
Next
in
run.
the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Oh, man.
Don't believe a word she says.
Oh, man.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
I mean, I bet she could, but I don't think this version of her wants to.
Are you sure about that? The point of my
The witch
warning
definitely
wasn't to
would.
start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Yeah, sure.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than
Oh,
its
boy.
exterior would suggest.
Oh, boy.
Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, so I've done some research since the last time we tried this.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I think I know how to do it this time. But first things first is we are going to take a save here. I'm just gonna overwrite this one. Yes, I'm just gonna overwrite this one so that I have easy access to it. We are going to enter the basement.
No knife this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
Here we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If her fierce voice
missed that.
carries
She's
up the
trying to.
stairs.
If she lives here, she'd. We're doing her a favor.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Oh boy.
Good. Sounds like my
Stubborn.
kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know about that.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Hi,
A
ma'am.
large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Hello there. Just automated another. And just automated another scraps. Oh, pop off, Penny. Neat. Good times, good times. We love to hear it.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Yeah,
But
we're
no
popping
little
off.
knife this time, huh?
No, no knife.
No. I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
I mean, I have to admit she's got a certain point.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Alright, fine. If you're not going to address it, I will. What? You've already met the princess. The princess has
narrator.
already met you. The two of you killed each other.
Yeah.
You think you'd be able to just openly talk about all that without me noticing?
Listen, King, you can't. You've been very resistant to it in many other. I mean.
You did seem to just gloss over the whole thing for a while.
Yeah. See exactly.
Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over
what you
it
think
is
you
one of
are.
the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. But enough is enough. I believe you. And that's all the more reason to take this seriously.
You think we're colleagues?
You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Skill issue, honestly.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Okay. I do want to try. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never died. Do you see how alive I am right now? Would someone as alive as me already have died? I didn't think so.
Don't try to lie to me. Just please take this seriously.
Agreed. We can't win unless you treat this fight with the gravity it deserves.
Oh no. You look different.
Aside from your empty hands, you look exactly the same.
Oh, thank you. Let's see. Don't worry, I'm always up for a good fight. In fact, the only reason I came down here without weapons is because having a knife felt unfair.
Then why are you just standing there? Fight me.
Alright, let's, fine, let's do this. Attack her unarmed.
I guess
Let's
we'll
do
have to
it.
see how this goes.
Oh boy!
Your hands empty, you charge the princess.
Quit the pessimism, will you?
Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her.
Yeah, narrator, if you could be a little more supportive, that would be great.
No, look, I'm rooting for you, I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon. You're supposed to have a weapon.
We'll be fine. Just watch.
You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
Ouchie.
Not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
Yeah. You're right.
But without that knife, you'll never be enough.
She looks so concerned.
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack. The wind leaves your lungs, and as you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the space. Hot blood, suffocating you from the inside.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Everything goes dark, and you die. Are you serious?
Okay, I think we have to
That's
try to
it.
let this play through.
That's
I
it.
might have made some mistakes along the way.
Like hell it is. We're not
Okay,
giving up that
stubborn.
easy. Now get up.
Didn't you hear me? You're dead. There's no getting up from that.
Get up.
Wait, no, that's not right. You're
Not dead anymore.
Pretty? Yeah, she's pretty.
Yes.
Oh.
Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. You're alive.
What a sight.
The princess takes a step back and looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my hands.
Uh-huh. You know, my face? You're joking, right? You're exaggerating. I still have my face, right? Touch your face. Can you go get my pristine blade now? You definitely killed me. I just got better. You're not putting me down that easy. I want to try to touch my face.
You don't. I don't even know how you're talking to me.
Oh.
You raise your hands and touch the front of your head. She's not wrong.
Oh boy.
What? What did she do? What are we missing?
Who cares if we're missing our face? We can fight just fine without one.
We are going to attack the princess.
The two of you clash once more. It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits, every movement burns.
This is getting boring. Are you even trying to keep up with me?
She lands another devastating, no, lethal blow. Everything goes dark.
Everything
Again.
goes dark. Again.
And you die.
And you die.
Again.
Again.
You know what I'm going to say.
That we're not dead?
Sir, yes, sir.
That we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going, we're bound to wear her down eventually.
Are you sure she can't do what we're doing right now?
There's only one way to find out.
Get up.
Once more, you push yourself back to your mangled feet.
How are you still moving? How are you still doing anything?
You know.
Bodies aren't supposed to look like that.
You know.
An
I love her little
uncharacteristic
bun.
terror seems to grip her voice.
Look at her look at the little bun she's got. That's so cute.
Have we ever seen her afraid before? No, we haven't.
This is how we win. We can do this forever.
I'm going to put you out of your misery. I don't like looking at you like this. You're all twitching and wrong.
I don't know. We're just
To
going.
see her try. We're invincible.
I think this is really interesting because normally the stubborn and the princess are very much so on the same page. And this, like, she's definitely not into this. But the stubborn is so about it.
Her fist flies towards where your face used to be, your twisted body incapable of moving out of the way. And then you see nothing.
Everything goes dark and we die?
Yes, something like that. Well, don't you have something to say?
Yeah, I quit.
Oh. Here we go. Fight your foe unarmed and go the distance is the achievement I got.
You're on a path.
I
forwards.
didn't hear no
And at the
bell.
end of that path,
All right, change of plans. We're taking the blade this time.
Yeah, I just got an achievement called I didn't hear no bell, and the image of it is just a pair of eyes in the darkness, just with like boxing gloves, just like, all right, here we go. She was so not into that.
Now, why would we ever do that?
Contrarian.
because she absolutely destroyed us.
Hi,
Sure
Contrarian.
did. But what a great way to go.
We lost our face.
Yes! It was hilarious! It was horrifying!
Does it matter?
We lost.
Oh, why so glum, Rage Boy? I thought you were brave. I thought you were proud.
Was all that bravado just hot air?
Look, it was just... The fight was better the first time, and the first time we had a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
What does here even mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different path than the last one.
Admittedly, this is a very different path than the last one.
That's a good point. Everything here is a little off.
I love how brutally visceral all of the descriptions are. Yeah, they do not hold back.
Yes,
It's impressive,
precisely.
honestly.
And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted.
Music is a little loud for the voices right now, I think. Let's just turn it down a bit.
So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Let's see. Feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice.
100? Where are you getting that number? We're talking 4, maybe 5 directions tops. At least for now. I'm sure I can come up with more if you give me enough time.
Oh boy.
I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
If I don't slay her, if I just stay here or do anything else and we hit this point of no return, then what happens?
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there. Isn't it your job to know things? Maybe we need a better narrator who can actually answer our questions.
Yeah.
It's my job to guide you through your task and to state the facts of what's happening. That hardly requires omniscience. And besides, I'm the best you're going to get, because I'm the only one here who can do my job.
Okay. Let's silently proceed to the cabin.
Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. Don't be so hard on yourself. We all wind up in creative ruts now and then. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you could think of something worth telling us.
Oh boy. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
We're kind of big in this one.
That's horrible.
I think it's kind of nice. Makes the room feel alive, doesn't it?
The only furniture of
think
note
it's gonna let me
is a
take the pristine blade
pulsating
again.
pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The blade isn't well drawn in.
The blade is
Not
your
detailed.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We'll need it if we want to do things right.
I say we leave it to rust.
And there goes Candybot wanting me to drink you, and I will. Don't you worry, Candybot.
Let's not make the same mistake twice. We could have won if we had it last time. Take it.
Oh, this time I actually can take the blade. I think last time it didn't let me. Anyway, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the pedestal.
Sweet.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
That's no fun. And you're not even holding it right.
Please, please,
And how do you
please.
suggest we hold it? The other way.
Shut up. Both
No.
of you. We're holding it fine.
No, we're not holding it fine. Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. Almost as if you don't see it. But you must, because it's right there in front of you.
I don't quite think it is, but you know.
All we
whatever.
see is a damn mirror.
It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? The door? The mirror.
Me when I wipe the door clean.
What are you talking about? You're standing in front of a door. Whatever non-door thing you think you're looking at, it isn't real, because if it were real, I'd know about it. But it has to be real. It's right there.
It is right there.
Does it matter if it's actually real or not? Talking about it gets under his skin. That's all that matters. We should talk about it even more.
Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent.
We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it
isn't
doesn't
real.
matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
Let's wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the
boy.
basement.
That's a little nasty.
As if on
isn't it?
command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient
there we go.
hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Oh boy, anyway.
Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while
that's fun.
walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned. Do you intend to weakly claw your fingers across my skin? Or have you finally decided to try and kill me properly?
I do actually want to see if I can try and kill
I
her.
think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your flesh felt grinding beneath my fist, it woke something in me.
Oh my gosh, it sounds like she has a crush on me.
That wasn't a fight. It was something worse. I'm something worse now.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't you come down and see what you've made of me?
Oh my gosh, okay.
Hear that? Well, sounds like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we can make happen.
I like having Contrarian in the room. I think it's fun. Continue down the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
Fun fact, Fury is one of the princesses who is getting a revamp with the pristine cut, and I'm very excited to see what they do with her.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Ma'am, I can see your heart. Ma'am, it's right there in the open. Ma'am, I can see it.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
No.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
Yeah, it's her.
And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
Kinda hot.
She is loose, and she is coming for you. She wants us to be
Okay.
afraid because she wants us to think she can make us suffer. Don't give her the satisfaction.
That's right, no fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us.
I don't know if I'll have a chance to, I say, I'm going to end you. Slay the princess.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to
This
lay
is
down
gonna
your
go
very
well for me.
essence in one blow.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
With a horrifying squelch, you
Yep,
are
there we go.
unwound.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Well, there she goes. True to her word, you do not die by her hand, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me, we've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
You're not messing with us, right?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
There we go. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
And I'm going to. I'm mad about that. If you want me to slay her, I need to know what she actually is.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be.
Which makes sense.
But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Like I said, this isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Last time we have to kill her. Ever. Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Do you believe that he was a mortal who figured out how to kill gods? Kinda wild. I was made to do this single task. Who made me? What am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
You just made a god. you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Let's see. Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Let's see. Let's see. How did you die?
I killed myself. It had to be done, really.
Oh.
None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
Dark. Let's see. What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone?
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change. Everything would face oblivion. And until then, the clock ticks on.
Interesting. Rest easy. I'm going to destroy her.
Are you lying? I can't tell.
Ugh. I hated that.
But I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Here we go. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Except for her!
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Hi.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Hi. I don't want to talk. If I'm gonna slay her, I can't. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always
love in her
reacting
eyes.
and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Very last time, everyone. Very, very last time we have to do this.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
After this, we can always just have happy endings.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Oh boy. Let's see. There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If
Hi, ma'am.
this is what it takes to enlighten you, Then so be it.
Wait, I promise? Absolutely. We're holding hands right now.
Is a person? Is it their body?
We're holding
Is it
hands.
all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with?
After this is gonna be
A
fine.
person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
Let's reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us.
Kinda hot.
Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear. You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. But even after the pain of defeat, you returned. The dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending.
Continue to reject her perspective. It doesn't matter how I feel, death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we're able to transcend death, then we're responsible for those it holds captive.
The echo saw horrors because his eyes were closed. The majesty of being extends beyond any single perspective. A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust.
Oh boy, this ending was kind of wild then.
When I succumbed to myself, you left me to rot, and in your abandonment, the two of us were bound in our suffering together. A painful eternity, but one that is only unceasing if you remove what happens next.
Okay, she's got really good points. She's got really good points is the thing. Continue to reject your perspective. Suffering born delusion is still suffering. It doesn't matter what we are now. We hurt each other and we should have done that. We cannot let a world be spun out of that pain.
Their suffering is born of their own delusion. I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze.
Burned Grey was really fun.
I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
Continue to reject your perspective. You reject the suffering of material reality, and yet you cling to its framework for meaning. We can be better than this.
I reject the narrow view of impermanence. I cling to nothing. There is no better us for us to be than us. We are reality itself.
As a clash between you baits, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't.
Again, she's got really good points.
There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Let's see. I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess.
Oh, then destroy me if you're able. But I will not coddle you in my final moments.
Love this
I
song,
will
by the
not
way.
yield to your delusion without a vicious struggle.
Good song.
You don't have to face her alone.
Hero! also, every time the hero comes back, I always just get like little warm fuzzies, because the hero's been with us the whole way. Let's see. I thought voices weren't allowed here.
Apparently that's not true, but we can worry about it later. Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but I don't think you can strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Oh boy, here we go. Heading to the center. Remember, folks, last time we have to kill her. This is the very last time.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Yeah, we're doing the stranger ending because if I'm only killing her twice ever, then I need one of those to be the stranger to see the stranger.
Do you
option.
need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too?
Hey, contrarian.
We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
No, we did not. You're going to take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seems to give us more things we can do, right? So, you're not going to suggest we throw it out the window? No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves. You've gotten serious. Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if I suggest that twice, especially since you never took me up on it last time. There's the guy I know.
I could still throw it out the window, but we are going to enter the basement.
Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time.
Oh,
Let's
I love
talk
the
one last
stranger.
time before you kill us. If that's still what you want to do.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Continue down the stairs.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
No, we should not.
That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart.
This is going to be really hard.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
Even after everything you've seen, and all the lives we've lived together, you still want to kill us. The Echo really got his hooks into you. Unless you have your own reasons for wanting us dead?
I'm going to sit with them for just a second. I don't want to have to slay you, but I don't know what other options there are.
Then don't slay us. Maybe there never even has to be an ending. The way it all works seems to be based on you.
No, I'm not
If
going to
you
slay
believe we
her
can
after
do
this.
something, then we
I
can
just
do
want
it.
to talk to her a little.
So believe that we can put it all back. Believe we can fix the Echo's construct and make us all forget. Believe we can send us all back to the beginning, before anyone woke up, before the truth consumed us.
Oh, man.
Can they really do that? Are you sure that's what you want? Why wouldn't it be what we want? Especially if it brings him back.
Oh,
We can't
no.
keep going without a nemesis.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Slay the princess.
There's no need to apologize. We are what we are, and this is in your nature.
Oh, no, she's forgiving. Oh, no. And
Even through everything, through all the worlds we've seen and experienced, through all the lives we've known and lost, we could never imagine a world without you and us. It doesn't feel possible. Despite it all, we've always loved you. We hope you don't regret what comes next.
I kind of already do, but don't. You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on, shaking, sobbing, same.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Leave the cabin.
That's right. We've got a whole world to see.
You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here. Yeah, there's not a lot for us to do, is there?
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there's even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor, a world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
Come on now. It shouldn't be that hard to break out of here. We're some sort of god, aren't we? He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules. This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
That wasn't very hard at all.
Speak for yourself. Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
because
Smitten.
I'm personally inconsolable.
I'm so sorry, Smitten.
Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe.
Welcome back, everyone. It's great to see
Hey,
you all
everyone.
again. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We could do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
New and unending dawn, slay the princess. Well, we never have to do that again, everyone. We never, ever, ever have to do that again. From here on out, it is happy endings with the princess. Okay, we did it. We did it. We did it that one time, and now, yep. Bad endings over. Good endings forever and ever and ever from this point on. And I am thrilled for that, personally. Oh boy. Well, hated that. I'm ready to do some, I'm ready for some fun now, you know? Maybe not now, I think that's probably going to be where we end the stream in just a second, after we get to our song, which is kind of lovely. But yeah, let's return to main menu so that I can get sound. Okay, everyone. Oh, and Candybot wants me to drink some water. Thank you everyone so much for coming to the stream today. I hope you had a good time. We're done. We're done with actually slaying the princess. Now we get to fall in love with her so much more. I will be back tomorrow. I love her. Ugh, I love her. I can't wait for to be able to just simply love her again. I'd like to remind you all, my schedule is really weird this week. I will be gone Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I'll be streaming tomorrow and then Saturday. I'll remind you guys all on Discord about that. So keep your eyes out. I am sorry that I'm so busy this week. There's just a lot going on in my life. I want to check really quick if there's someone I want to raid you guys out to. Let's see. I can send you guys out over to Dell. I'll send you guys out over to Dell. Sorry, music's gonna get a bit spooky because that's how the credits music work, or how the menu music works here. But yeah, send you guys all out over to Delbert, who is a mod around here, a very cool Pog streamer playing Minecraft, which we do enjoy. If you haven't checked him out before, I would absolutely recommend you do so. But everyone, take care of yourselves from here. Drink water, take your meds, get some sleep, and yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.